Hello, everyone. It's Kyle with Podcast Architects. I'm going to walk through some transcription tips with the new beta with Adobe Premiere. So I'm going to go to Adobe Cloud, and then you can go to the left to these beta apps, and go ahead and download Premiere Pro. Media Encoder will also automatically download once you download that. Let's go ahead and open it. So, in regular Premiere, I have my two promos for this is Real Estate Entrepreneur with Terrence Murphy. It's under a minute long. I have my logo up top. I got my quick lower third, and then I got my music. So this is ready to go. It's under a minute. Looks good. Let me go ahead and export it. Oh, let me do it in order. Oh, wrong one. Export this. All right. Put it where I want it. Yep. Export that. All right. And then what we're going to do is going to upload it straight to our Premiere Pro beta. This is going to get a little bit, I wouldn't say weird, but it does get kind of interesting to get used to. So let's go ahead and do new sequence. This one's going to be Real Estate Entrepreneur, David Morrell, promos. Okay, go ahead and create that. Let's make sure, put it where we want it. Project name, Morrell, promos. Okay, got our sequence, got that. Let's go. Okay, so let me go ahead and close this out because it's already there. You're going to start out with something like this. I'm just going to go over to edit, go to our editing page. This might look familiar to your workflow. I'll go ahead and get off of, I won't take that down just yet. All right, so this might look familiar to you. Since we just exported our promo, let's go ahead and put it back. All right, it's just like regular Premiere. So now that we have our promo, let's go ahead and put it in our sequence. Scooch this stuff over. All right, and then from here, let's go to Window. Go down to Text. All right, so from here, since we have our sequence open, we can now simply, this will probably go up if you want to create a transcript, actually type it in, but I'm going to have the program do it itself. So we go over to Captions, Transcribe Sequence. All right, audio track is a mix. Yeah, since there's already music behind it, that's what it's going to be. And then we have a few options like transcribe it from point in to point out. If you didn't want to export it and you just want to copy it over, I find it easier to just export like the existing. So like this is my edit. I exported that, so now I can just drop it over here. And then in English, because that's what we're speaking. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Depending on how long the video is, transcription can take just a few minutes. I think the video that I watched about all of this, the guy had like an 11-minute video, and it took about 7 minutes for it to do its thing. So with it being 56 seconds, I think it'll do it at a faster pace. So, yeah, this makes it nice. So we're not making individual text slides basically for each transcription, or you're not spending money on rev.com. So hopefully this makes y'all's workflow a little bit easier, because I know it's already making mine so much easier. All right, so let's see what it found.
I saw an interview with Barbara Corcoran. They were asking her, what do you see as the biggest difference between...
So as I go through this, the text is moving along as he's talking, which is just freaking awesome. And then as it goes, you can start picking out what doesn't make grammatical sense. Like you'll see the little red lines, like if it was a Word document. And then beyond that, you can make edits. So let's go ahead. And to the side here, if so for this clip, it's only one speaker talking, but you can edit the captions on who is talking at those certain timestamps.
You know, the $1 million GCI agent and the 40.
So we missed something. GCI agent.
GCI agent and a $40,000 a year agent. You know, what's the biggest differentiator you see between the really successful agent and the not so?
So from here, what's cool is that you can export the transcript, export it as a text file if you wanted to use it as a blog post, or if you had a client that wanted that transcription, you can do it right there from, you know, this. If for whatever reason you wanted this to be a single video, you could do that. Display pauses as, yeah, you also have that option. Export it, retranscribe. If it's just, so far this hasn't happened to me, but I haven't had the really, if I'm changing like 5 words out of like an entire video, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So, split segments. I want this to be one line, but I'm going to see what it has in mind for captions. So let's go ahead and create them. So subtitle default, okay, very cool. And then I'll show you how, and we want our lines to be single. So you can actually adjust that. For most shows, I'll probably do double because it really doesn't hurt. But for this show, our client definitely wants it to be single. Maximum length of the characters, we can adjust that in here in a second, but let's go ahead and do that. So create a sequence transcript, absolutely. Let's do that. So it's going to create those captions. And then if you see on our timeline, there they are. Pretty cool. So now you see the transcription of each one of those. And that is the default text. So what's very cool is you can also change the text. So I'm going to pull up an old project or a recent project to make sure I'm getting the right text font. Cancel out that. So look, like on here, like I created these each, you know, stopping, and I let the program do all of that for me. So on this we have Acumen Pro condensed. So that's what we're going to use. So I just selected the first one. Let's go ahead and find Acumen Pro condensed. Very cool. I believe it was on, oh, wow. Okay, let me go look back. Black. Okay. And black. Cool. See what that looks like. Saw an interview. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that background going. Okay. Saw an interview with. Okay. Let's go and save that. I have a few programs to open. Let me go ahead and close this one. Close project. Yep. You can do it. You can do it. All right. I'm trying to give my computer a break. I don't think
Interview with
yeah, there we go. All right, the background I'm gonna make black so we can match it. I don't think I like that drop shadow. I didn't have it on the other one. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Yep, I like that. Oh, you can actually curve the edges. How about that? Learn stuff every day. All right, so then from there, we're gonna go ahead and create a style. So this font, let's go ahead and create it. I'll do it as the Real Estate Entrepreneur font. Okay. So there it is. So from there, you can actually go ahead and hit this up arrow, push track or style. And we can do it to all captions on track. Okay. And guess what? Each caption is now changed. Pretty cool stuff.
Difference between, you know, the $1 million GCI agent and a $40,000 a year agent. You know, what's the biggest differentiator you see?
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. So from here, what you're going to do is just export. Do it from here. Pretty cool. You got all these new stuff. You can do it as any of these media files, but you switch the place where I want it. And it's that easy. Pretty cool stuff. Yep. And then I just ask y'all to just check your spelling again. As you saw, like, I still missed it even on my last little run. So let's speed through that process one more time. So we're going to export. So now that you have like your styles in place, you already kind of know the layout. So yeah, let's do it as 2. So we're exporting this. I'm going to change the name on this one, but with subtitles, with caps. Okay. It's exporting. Love it. All right, we're going to pull it into our beta. 2. Cool. Import. All right. New sequence. Awesome. Transcribe. Mix. Awesome. Good. Boom. We're going to transcribe. Bam. 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 All right, so let's go.
Not all agents are successful. We always use the phrase success leaves clues, right? So if you study the people that are the most successful in the industry, you find some interesting things like they understand people better. So it's not about you. I think new agents sometimes they focus too much on themselves. How am I going to sell to this person? Instead of understanding people and personality types that people want to be sold to differently. And sometimes that's...
That wasn't necessarily a question. I'm guessing the software caught like an inflection.
And sometimes that's an
Pretty
ego
good.
check, and it takes a while to like really realize it's not about you. People don't actually care about you or your awards. Again, what's in it for me? How are you going to talk to somebody based on their personality type? Some people are data-driven and analytical. They want to see the numbers. Other people want the bottom line, right? Some people are slow to trust. You got to ease into it. I think I'm pretty perceptive, but I think it took me a while to really understand people and personality types. I think that was the most important lesson I learned early on, and also that not all agents were successful, and there was a big gap between the ones that did it and the ones that didn't.
That looked clean to me. So guess what? Bam. We want it as a single. And then let's do it. Look at that. Come on, man. You can't beat this shit. You honestly can't. And guess what? We already have our font.
Not all agents are successful.
Look at that. We already got our font, guys. Guess what? We're going to push that to the rest.
We always use the phrase success leaves clues, right? So if you study
Amazing.
the people that are the most successful in the industry, you find some interesting things like they understand people better. So it's not about you. I think new agents sometimes they focus too much on themselves. How am I going to sell to this person? Instead of understanding people and personality types that people want to be sold to differently. And sometimes that's an ego check. And it takes a while to like really realize it's not about you. People don't actually care about you or your awards. Again, what's in it for me? How are you going to talk to somebody based on their personality type? Some people are data-driven and analytical. They want to see the numbers. Other people want the bottom line, right? Some people are slow to trust. You got to ease into it. I think I'm pretty perceptive, but I think it took me a while to really understand people and personality types. I think that was the most important lesson I learned early on, and also that not all agents were successful, and there was a big gap between the ones that did it and the ones that didn't.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. God. The amount of time. All right, so we got our... Cool. And then we're going to do with caps. With caps. Yep. Export. Dude, 5 minutes. Come on, man. For a promo. Probably less than that. And I made what? One correction? I could have made another one with the question mark, but come on. Insane. So please use this. This will make everyone's life easier, including your own. So thank you. I'll see you soon.